Hi, I'm João Miranda and welcome to Invisibag. This is a great tool that was invented by the Brazilian magician Rafael Baltresca. This really is something that I have seen Rafael perform with over 10 years ago in a magic festival which occurred in my city, which is Oporto, in the north of Portugal. Rafael was invited to a very special convention called Magic Valongo, and I saw him perform with Invisibag. In fact, the original name of this prop, because Rafael used to sell this effect many years ago, is called Ball Bag. This was the original name that me and my team redesigned to Invisibag because it also makes a lot of sense, because in fact you are placing an object and it will disappear invisibly from the bag and can reappear anywhere else. So this is something that Rafael has been performed for many years now and all over the world. And when I saw him perform with Invisibag, I can honestly say that I was fooled. Because this is so clean that I really think it was important that everyone knew about this great tool, and I'm sure that you are going to enjoy. Let's take a look at what you got with your Invisibag. Of course, this box, this beautiful package, and inside you have a card, of course, with the instructions, and inside there is your bag. Of course, you could have the option of either black or red. In this case, I have red. I personally like the red because normally I wear black and it makes good contrast. But of course, the black is the classic. It's also nice. It truly is a matter of taste. But yes, this is the materials that you got with your Invisibag. So I'm going to explain the basics. I'm going to remove my watch for now so it doesn't interfere with the sleeve. This is my personal watch. I suggest that you use either a cell phone or your lady's watch. You ask the ladies, for example, to bring their wrist up, and you try to select a watch that makes the job even easier, which is a kind of metal bracelet, similar to this one, okay? Because it helps a little bit, because with the silicone band, for example, with the Apple Watch that I have, it could mess with the trick. The same does happen with when you borrow a phone, because it's very stiff and a metal watch like this one. So basically you are going to hold the bag like this. So as you can see, my sleeve is ready to open like so. It's open already, and I'm going to place the watch. So in this case, when you place the watch, it's very important. When you place the watch, you are going to push the object to this part over here. So you are going to really open like this, and as you can see, the object is already coming out, just like so, and then you are going to place it directly into your sleeve. And after you do so, what you have to do is do this and tie the bag with a rope, okay? So the object is of course in the sleeve. Let me remove it. I'm going to show now a front view. So you are like this, and it really gives the perfect illusion that you are going to place it inside the bag. You do this, and a little touch that Rafael Baltresca also does, which is this. It's a little touch like as if you are feeling the watch in the bottom of the bag. So from here, you can place it anywhere, okay? It happens the very same thing when you borrow a spectator's phone. Let me just grab my phone. Now my phone is the bigger size of the iPhone. You should ask for the smaller one. This one is really big, even though it still works. But once again, you are in this position, like this. You take the phone, and it goes like this into the sleeve. And you can also help by doing this movement. And of course, it is right here in the sleeve. So what happens in essence is that you are going to help really pushing the phone like so at a little angle. It's not very angle, but it's so that enough so that it helps. So you are here and you place it and you do this, and you crumple the bag like so, and for them, the phone is actually in the bottom, okay? What you can also do is to place the phone through this part. So if you can use, for example, a washer, as I'm going to explain in a moment, or a piece of wood or a piece of aluminum that really fit through this part over here. And to give the illusion of the object that is broke over here, what I suggest you to do is simply take like two washers, big washers. The measurement is appearing right here on the screen of the width of these washers, and you simply place them through the side, okay? 1 and 2, like this, okay? It's more than enough, okay? Because when you bang the bag, the noise is really well heard, and that gives the perfect illusion. Also, when you shake the bag like this, gives the perfect illusion that it really is broken here. This noise really gives the illusion that the object is broke. Never place sharp metal or sharp objects or fake watches here, or you can ruin your bag. Always place round washers or even the back side of a watch, for example. Okay, it's very important that you never place any object through the little side with sharp edges. Otherwise, you ruin your bag. It's very important, okay? So once the object is placed, it goes here, and I'm going to explain you in further detail the routine that you have probably seen, but you will see it once again, the full performance, in this case, with Rafael Baltresca performing the illusion with an octopus.
Me enseñó un truco de magia, el pulpo, de mentalismo, y me lo voy a hacer ahora. El truco de magia de mentalismo. Y bueno, el truco es muy sencillo, pero necesito... ¿Cómo está mi castellano? Bien. Bien. Bueno, estoy contento por eso. Mi profesora me dijo, nunca te vas a aprender nada, tú eres muy burro, tonto. Ahora sí hablo, no soy tonto. Necesito de un reloj, de una señora. O sea, las señoras arriba las manos, las señoras, ¿me ayudas? ¿Sí? ¿Tu nombre? Ven para acá. Aplausos para René. Bueno, ¿me puedo utilizar tu reloj? ¿Puedo? Sí, por favor. Es muy bonito. Es muy valioso. Dime, más o menos, ¿cuánto te costó el reloj? Más o menos. ¿Un regalo cuánto? $200, $500. Bueno, pero hay un valor sentimental. Mira, tu reloj, no quiero tocar. Hazme un nudo muy fuerte aquí. Muy fuerte. Fuerte. Sí, fuerte, otro. Más uno. Muy bien. Tu mano aquí, así, arriba, mirando para allá, y nada más. Porque ahora te voy a regalar otra cosita. Mira, René, algo te va a gustar, creo o no creo, es eso aquí. ¿Sabes qué es eso? Es una bolsa, como esta, muy parecida, o sea, tu reloj está por aquí. Sí, esta o esta, ¿verdad? O sea, las dos, aquí y arriba. Muy bien. ¿Para adelante? Bueno, y tengo otra cosa. Esta, a ver, está esta aquí. ¿Sabes qué es eso? Es otra bolsa. Claro. Y otra bolsa para confundirte, ¿verdad? Para confundirte. Ahí está. Perfecto. Así. ¡Arriba! Muchacha, muy bien. Mira, y tengo otra cosa. No, ya está. Ahora necesito un caballero para ayudarme. ¿Puede ser? ¿Tu nombre cuál es? Ven para acá, Luis. ¡Aplausos para Luis! Aquí te quedas más linda. Muy bien. Y tú, no importa, no cambia mucho, pero no pasa nada. Luis, mira. Eso la gente está pensando. ¿Por qué mentalismo? ¿Qué tiene de mentalismo? No tiene nada. Tiene el reloj y nada más. Ahora sí tiene. Porque tú vas a decir a dónde no está el reloj. Porque lo vamos a sacar. Y después sacar. Y va a quedar una bolsa. ¿Me entienden ustedes? Sí. Y si tienes reloj, ganas un reloj. Y si no quieres, ganas una bolsa. Que también está bien. No pasa nada. Mira, mentalismo, la bolsa número 1 esta, el medio la 2 y esta la 3. Es difícil, ¿verdad? Claro, porque él no es mentalista. Yo soy. Pero hay uno mucho mejor que ti, que yo, que Micho, que Tony, que todo. Pueden juntar todos los mentalistas del mundo. Yo lo tengo aquí. Mira, directamente de Alemania, el pulpo Paul. El pulpo Paul. Mira cómo es la mentalismo del pulpo. Así, el pulpo. Listo. El pulpo mentaliza donde está en el ojo. Te cuenta y tú me dices. Es muy simple. Agarra un tentáculo. ¿Sí? Este no es un tentáculo. Este es. Bien. Es que es parecido, no pasa nada. Pulpo por. De aquí. Para tu cabeza. A donde no está en el reloj. 1, 2 o en la bolsa 3. En la 1. O sea, aquí no está. Podemos abrir que no estará. Bueno, si no está, no tiene que abrir nada. Muy bien. Muy bien. Porque sé que el pulpo no falla nunca. Nunca. No pasa nada. Esperamos. 2 o 3. Tranquila, nena, tranquila. Tranquila, ¿está bien? 2. Así. La otra mano. 2, ahí. O 3, aquí. El 3. Muy tranquilito, muy tranquilito. Oh, perdón, me has dicho 3. Perdón, es que oye, la 2. Muy bien. El pulpo no falla nunca. Está muy bien. O sea, tenemos ahora una bolsa. Se me olvidó. Que la verdad es el pulpo Paul, es mentalista, sí. Hace magia de cerca también. Hace manipulación. Y ahora está aprendiendo pickpocketing. ¿Sabes por qué? Mira por qué. Porque en el culito del pulpo Paul hay una bolsita. No le voy a tocar. Tú, por favor, abrí cariñosamente el pulpo Paul. ¿Y tiene que hay por ahí? Nada. Ahí sí, aplauso para ella, aplauso para él. Muy bien. Un abrazo, un besito, gracias, más. Muy bien.
Now let's see the routine. As you can see, Rafael picks someone at the audience and he has in his breast pocket, outside the jacket pocket, a little rope that we will use to tie the bag. So what happens in this routine, if you want to really perform like Rafael, you really need to have 2 more bags, which are exactly the same as your Invisibag. So in this case, what has happened is that he borrows the watch, places it in his sleeve, and it's a little detail, as you can see, is that he shakes the bag a little bit. So it's nice because it even emphasizes more the idea that the lady's watch is inside the bag, which is really cool. And he asks the lady to grab it, and then, which is very nice, when he's going actually to pick the second bag, he ditches the watch directly into the plush toy, which has of course a zipper, while he brings another bag out. And he shuffles the bags around, and when he goes to grab the third bag, it closes the plush toy totally, and the routine is basically done at this point. So it's something so simple, done at the beginning, and the audience has no clue. And the routine is really good because he gives the idea that the octopus does the pickpocketing, which is really cool because at the end the watch appears in the octopus. You have seen probably the full routine. It's really amazing, and it's something very simple to do. Another routine, in this case, was performed by Bruno Oliveira, as you have seen, the watch, in this case is also watch, appears inside a bag of cereals. And I'm going to explain you the preparation right now.
Hi Nevia.
Hello.
I have an amazing trick to show you. Actually an object. You know NASA? You know NASA?
Yes.
NASA is well known for studying space and stars and planets and launching rockets to the space in order to study it. But what actually people don't know is that they also build very special materials and tools with revolutionary nanotechnological materials that actually allow the astronauts to live on a space shuttle for more than 1 year. And believe it or not, but I actually have one of those tools with me.
Okay.
You believe it? Yes, and actually this one in particular is called Space Bag. You know what Space Bag is? Space Bag is a bag where you can put an object inside and it will protect the object from any kind of harm, you know? And I'm gonna show you how it works. And for that, I would like to ask you to borrow your... But first, let me show you the thing, the Space Bag. You like it?
Okay, yeah.
You can touch it if you want, lightly, because this is very expensive, very valuable material. Yeah. So, can I please ask for your watch? And we are going to try to make the test with your watch, with your borrowed watch. Okay? So you trust me? Really? Okay, it's fine. You can trust. I'm gonna ask you please to hold the bag like this. Okay? And now, in order so I can proceed with this demonstration, I will need something very special too, which in this case is this rope, which I'm gonna tie a knot to it like so. Okay, like this. And you are not gonna believe what actually this bag allows us to do. Okay? And what I will also need is something that I have here on. Okay, there it is. The hammer.
Okay.
For your reaction, I see that you are not very happy with the conjunction of this. But you trust me, right? This is really Space Bag. This is really expensive. So can I prove to you that this bag is really legit and it works really awesome? Look. There you go. Look at this. And now, if I it didn't make this noise, your watch, did it?
No.
It looks like it's. Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I think I switched bags. This is not Space Bag. This is actually Teleport Bag. The Space Bag is the one I have here on my case. So this bag is not the indestructible one. I think something went wrong, didn't it?
Okay.
Look, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. This wasn't supposed to. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Are you happy?
Oh, yes.
Yes, kinda.
Just
But look, because this is Teleport Bag, I think your watch has traveled to another dimension. Yes, as I am about to show you. Because look, what I have here is space cereal. Huh? Space cereal. Yeah, it's an alien. It's space cereal. Okay. I will ask you please to grab the cereal box for me. You can examine it. You can see it's actually sealed. Okay. And I'm gonna ask you to open it for me. Okay. You can open it. And yes, sure, you can rip it. It's fine. It's not yours, so it's fine. Yeah. And can you please tell me what's inside?
cereal?
Cereal. Yes. You like it?
Yeah.
Well, I do. I do like it. You can have some. Drink it.
Okay.
It's cool. It's good, right? Space alien, the best cereal ever. But actually, I think I'm gonna ask you, can you pour it please to this bowl? Because if this is a whole new dimension, You can pour it all. Yes. And look, because I'm gonna ask you, please, you can take it from me. You can see what is inside.
It's my watch.
Can you please open the bag? You please open the bag and show to everyone what's inside. And watch, because inside the bag, you can show to everyone, it's exactly your watch that was teleported to a whole new dimension. Thank you very much, Nadia.
So you have just seen Bruno Oliveira perform the routine that he does professionally, and I really like the idea of saying that the bag is made in a very special material from space and NASA to basically justify the routine. I think it's very funny and I really enjoy, in particular the detail where the bag goes at the end to the side of the stage really is a very comic moment. And I love the routine. And for this, you are going to need, of course, a briefcase. Any briefcase will do the work. In this case, Bruno, what he has a little wing, so the spectator at the side cannot see what happens inside the briefcase. It's a little cloth, basically, that's at the side of the briefcase. If you want, you can also do that. Or you can simply place the spectator a little bit more to the front of the briefcase, but it works basically the same. For this, you are going to need the bowl, some cereals, a pair of scissors, a little zip lock bag, double-sided tape, a piece of rope or a ribbon, a hammer, and of course your Invisibag with inside the two washers over here, okay? This is all that you need, and this is, I'm going to explain now the preparation, okay? For now, we are not going to need the bowl. Let me place this aside. So, what you are going to do, okay, so the cereals are like this. You are going to turn them around because you are going to open the bottom, okay? So it's very, very simple. You simply very carefully, like this with your fingers, open it. Like so. And inside, of course, the cereals have this bag. You are going to need to remove them from the bag. So in this case, I'm going to open it. Very good. And you are going to place them inside. So you just pour them. You won't need this for now. And basically you are going to place in this part double-sided tape. So I have some right here. Okay, I'm just going to cut just a tiny bit. Like this. And I'm going to place it right over here, in this area. Just like this. I'm just going to cut this piece off, the excess. Okay, like this. And you are going to unpeel this. So this part is really ready, like so. So what does happen, of course, when you close this part, it will seal totally the pack of cereals. So now you have the Ziploc bag and you are going to place it inside. So the setup is exactly like this. You have the Ziploc bag opened, waiting for you to place the object inside. It can be any object, of course. It can be absolutely anything. And this is, of course, like this inside your briefcase. And that's it. So basically in the routine, in essence, what does happen is that you are going to borrow a watch. In this case, I have this watch. You are going to place it, of course, through the slit, like so, as I told you, and let it go. Do a little shake, like this, So there it is, and tie it with the little rope. Like so. Of course, you have the spectator holding the bag, which makes things easier. Okay, little knot, like so. Okay, exactly like this. So the spectator is holding, and when you approach the briefcase, there are two things. You can simply let your arm fall and grab the object, or like Bruno did in the performance, he simply did this to his arm, and you can see the object coming out through the sleeve, and you are going to place it inside, of course, the Ziploc bag. And at the same time, you say, oh, where is my hammer? Oh, here is my hammer, okay? And you are going to bang because you say that the bag is made of a very special material from space, and it is 100% unbreakable. So you take the hammer and you place in the corner, because here in the corner are the washers. So it makes that little clicking noise, just like this. You do not need to bang very, very strong. And to make sure that the bag really lasts longer, it's simply because it's made from a very thick material, but there is no fabric, which is indestructible, of course. Make sure that you always, as I mentioned, I must emphasize this, place the washers. Do not place any sharp material inside, like a real watch inside. Do not do it. It's very important, or you are going to ruin your bag. It's important that it's round. In this case, 2 washers or even 1 coin to make a little bit more noise if you want. So you do this, okay, and then you can turn it around, like do it 3-4 times. That's it, it's more than enough. When you are going to place the hammer back into the case, for example, this is only one suggestion, when you are going to place the hammer, you can very quickly simply do this, of course, place this inside, and here is the double-sided tape. So then, at this point, you only need to close, like this, and the trick is almost done at this point. So you have placed the hammer down, and then you say, oh, sorry, I think something went wrong, because they listen, this noise inside, and you say, oh, I'm really sorry. And then something that Bruno does is that he basically rolls, he is in this position, like, I'm really sorry for what I just did to your watch. You have another watch, you give me another try. You can say something like this. And what you simply do is to slide actually the rope to the top of the bag. So you are like this, and you slide it like this, like so. So basically, the rope is outside the bag, in fact. So you are like this, and you do this with your hands, and you say, oh, I'm really sorry, I didn't want this. And then you are like, oh, like it just flew out of your hands like this, and you are with a piece of rope, and like this, and this is very funny, because the audience will start laughing, because it's a very comical situation. And you say, oh, I see that you are very nervous. I can see, I'm really sorry, but I have something to calm you down, because here I have in my bag cereals from space. And when you go to your briefcase, you only need to press just a little bit more to make sure that the double-sided tape sticks well. And then you turn it around, just like this, okay? And at this point, it doesn't open because the double-sided tape. And the trick is basically done. What's nice about this, by placing it around first, is that when the spectator opens through the top, they'll open it, and of course that inside there will be cereal. Sometimes people can expect to see the object right there, and you say, yes, it's cereals, yes, you can have some. You can have some. Thank you very much, I hope you enjoyed. And you are chewing like this, and people are laughing because you just broke the spectator's watch. And so they only see cereals inside, okay? It's the only thing that they really, really see. So then you can pour them into the bowl. You go to your bag again and take it. and pour everything like this. And inside will be, for the spectator surprise, exactly the watch in this case, and it's the end of the routine. So, as you have seen with the Rafael Baltriesca routine or with the Bruno routine, it's something made possible using Invisibag because it really is an amazing tool that goes perfect with this type of routines. You can make it appear anywhere. This was one small example. You can place it inside a plush toy like Rafael did. You can place it anywhere. It's now up to your imagination to come up with a different routine, with a different ending that I'm sure is going to suit you even better perhaps than the cereals or the plush toy. So really Invisibag opens a new world of possibilities. There were 2 routines to get you inspired, and I'm sure that you are going to very easily come up with your own original routines. Thank you very much for having bought Invisibag. I really think that you are going to have a lot of fun with it. Please make sure that you practice to make sure that you make the ditch to the sleeve invisibly. If you have any complication with the sleeve, perhaps you'll need to make it a little bit bigger. But if you decide to not use, for example, a borrowed phone, you can use the watch, a lady's watch, which is something that it's much easier fit. And if you ask someone for a watch which has metal all around, it will even make things easier for you to make sure that the ditch is really flawless and completely invisible. You can visit my Facebook group by searching for João Miranda Magic Secret Group on Facebook, and there are a lot of members sharing ideas every day, and I really think it's a very nice community. Thank you very much. I hope to see you next time.
It disappears instantly. But if we have the spray, look at it. Give me the
Oh, the
spray.
spray.
Go ahead. Spray.
your hand?
Quick. Because again. Go ahead. Open the ribbon. Oh. Stop. Wait.
Spicy. Yeah. On this chalkboard, I wrote something down.
Kevin, go put your hand on top of the well. Lift it up. Take a look. Little bottle of Coke. To 1.5 liters.
João Miranda and his team have been responsible for changing the contemporary magic scene with several amazing and ingenious creations.
Yeah? What, the card's on fire?
I know.
Yeah.